wetu kusaidia sana. Hasa manalijua ulikuwa na swali utauliza leo sasa. Swali yako ya sasa.
Juliana, where is Brenda?
Hata service provider.
Brenda is always getting left behind. Brenda, please come up to the front. Karibu sana.
So as you go home, please remember, because this document was shared to you on email, people gave comment. Our vision, let me read, even if you just get one word. The model responsive pension scheme. Very simple. Our vision for this strategic plan from now to 2030, it will supersede us. But the vision is the model responsive pension scheme. What is our mission? Our mission is providing innovative, sustainable retirement benefits solution. I repeat, our mission is providing innovative, sustainable retirement benefits solutions. What are core values for this? If you just get one, you have learned something. Simba, I see you are a very diligent student. You must remember core values: integrity, member focus, professionalism, innovation. Our brand and promise is fortifying your golden years. So we want to launch this strategic plan today, and I will be asking any of you who has interacted with this document virtually, MC will help us, so that you can say your name, so that we will promulgate and have it officially launched.
Yeah, Chair, just a moment just to confirm, we have about 101 people online. No comments from that side, but on the floor, any comments on the strategic plan? There's a gentleman with a hand up. One. Any other comment? We'll take the question. Just hold on, sir. We'll give you the mic. But can we proceed with promulgating this one first, and then we'll take the questions? Go ahead. Chair, go ahead. Just stretch your hands, join them. Yeah, just hold it there. Songa mbele kidogo. Yes. Put closer to each other. Karibia kidogo. Very good. Piga picha. Si tuwapigie makofi basi. Well done, Chair. Well done, well done, well done.
Now, on powers bestowed upon the Board of Trustees, we now promulgate and declare this strategic plan 2025-2030 officially launched. Makofi kwayo tafadhali. Thank you. Sasa unaweza wekea wimbo tukishuka.
Simukuje pole pole basi tukitoka. Chair. Chair, karibia bana. Wewe ndio unaenda kwanza. Wewe ndio kiongozi. Twende. Yes, let's go. Twende kabisa. Chair, there's a colleague who seems to have a very burning question. Hebu mpatie ule mwenzangu question yake moja. Ndio at least tujue amepata kujiwakilisha. Microphone ipelekwe pande hiyo tafadhali. It's okay, no. I want to allow the opportunity because it's important for us to allow that freedom. Let's hear the question.
Thank you, MC. My names are Frederick Omondi Ojunga. I'm member number 375845. This is my second time attending such occasions. And I have a set of 4 questions to the different entities. One will go to the management. I heard our acting GM Human Resource representing our acting MD say that post-retirement medical insurance fund is voluntary. I would say as follows. This is not true. I am one of the 10 managers who were recruited in January 2024. By that time, the GM manager was Mr. Njagi. To date, we have a grievance on post-retirement medical fund because we were told from 2024 it is mandatory. As I speak of today, myself have contributed to the tune of 174,000 Kenya shillings against my wish. And here comes the MD who says that it is voluntary. That is why the chair said they are accountable to the people. There have been so many speeches, speech after speech, clap for them, I don't know what, but you don't hear from the members. I'm one of the members who is fighting that. It should be made voluntary the way it is said. But Mr. Njagi told us that it is mandatory. If I'm lying, one of my colleagues, who is also a manager, is in that board. I'll not mention the name because I have not sought any consent from her or from him. Number 2, and still on number 1, there are no disclosures on the format of this post-medical retirement. Right now we have a jubilee. I know there is a tabulation. Inpatient is how much? Outpatient is how much? How many kids in a family are covered? This other one, they are deducting our 4% of basic pay without any disclosure. I even asked, who is the underwriter? So that I go direct to the underwriter and ask the underwriter, what are the details? This is illegal. It was done against our wish. We are still fighting. We still have more legal options available to us. I'll move to number 2 because of time. Mr. Chair, Dr. Manana, are you aware that 4 of your managers, 4 of these managers who were recruited, were discriminated against in terms of remuneration? They were paid almost half of what 5 others were paid. In that sense, we have already lost over 2 million for the period 2024 to now. If they were well remunerated as their colleagues, we would be talking of a different story. Number 3 goes to Zamara. I think Zamara needs to do better. 1, increase their visibility. It should not just be during the AGMs and maybe board meetings when Zamara is heard of. You should just do as other circles are doing, market yourself, because myself up to now, I'm like boxing into the darkness. I don't know how much I've contributed. I tried logging into your portal or website. I was told I'm not recognized. But I just put my KA personal number, which is 375845. There was a help section. I said that I cannot get my statement. Nobody got back to me. And here we have A company called Zamara. I've never seen them. I just hear that name Zamara. I also heard they are in this room. I'll be seeing you shortly. I'm winding up. This is the last one. And it is a challenge to the board of trustees. What measures are we putting in place to avoid the KQ phenomenon? Where today we talk of a 17.9%, then next year you'll come and declare loss. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Situmpigie makofi. Unajua sasa niliona mambo imechacha sana nikaamua lazima tusikie. Na wale ambao wanajua kwa jambo moja. Tukisema tunaenda msururu fulani tutaenda. So naomba utiwie radhi. Tuendelee na program, maswali yatajibiwa. Mwanachama yuko hapa, mwenyekiti pamoja na jopo lake wako kazini watakujibu. Please, chairman. Please. Okay. Now, and of course we are cognizant of time, so I would like us to allow now CPA Evelyn Kayume to come up stage. CPA is going to be walking us through the audited financial statements for the year ended 30th June 2025. Evelyn, karibu.
Members, Board of Trustees, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is CPA Evelyn Kayume from MGI Alekim, the external auditors. On behalf of MGI Alekim, I'll be representing our independent audit report for the staff pension scheme for the year ended 30th June 2025. I wish to confirm that we carried our audit in accordance with the international standards on auditing, as well as RBA regulations. For the year ended 30th June 2025, we are looking at the numbers in together with the numbers for the previous year. That is comparative for the year ended 30th June 2024. On to the statement of changes in net asset available for benefits. For the year under review, we can see that the scheme did well. There was an improvement. If you look at the benefit for contribution for the year, it grew from 794 to 851. That is a growth of 7% comparing the 2 years. Next to the return on investment, we can see the scheme did extremely well with a net return on investment for the year 2025 of 2.09 billion compared to last year of 697. That is a good growth performance, so to say, of close to over 200%. One question was asked, how well is the performance? One of the metric or performance metric for the performance is strong investment in the strong return on investment, and we can see that the numbers, they are good. The other thing about how well the scheme is doing is if you look at the liquidity of the asset, because if the asset, the scheme is not liquid, when the members' benefit fall due, the scheme cannot be able to pay the benefit. So those are some of the metrics that you look at for you to be able to know whether the scheme is doing well. So to that, we can see that the scheme net asset improved from 1.2B to 2.6 for the year under review. And cumulatively, the net asset available for benefit at the close of the year was 10.018B from 7.399B in the previous year. Next, to the statement of net asset available for benefit. Again, also we have the investment which have been classified under non-current asset. And we can see clearly the growth is good from 7.3 to 9.9. That is due to a good year that was, as we have seen in the previous statement of account. Next, we have the current asset, which was 69.2 million, sorry for that, 69.2 million, compared to the last year, 52.6 million. We have current liabilities, any dues that was not paid at the close of the year, which was amounting to 4.3B, compared to last year, 24.081 million. And that's giving us net current asset of 28.9 million. With that, the scheme closed with the net asset available for benefit of 10.018B, which is equivalent or financed by members' funds of 10.018B for the year under review. With that, members, I'm pleased to say that we confirm that, as I have said in my previous comment, that we audited the financial statement for the staff pension scheme in accordance with the international standards on auditing, RMBA regulations, and we confirm that we were provided with all the information, explanations that enabled us to issue the audit report that we are presenting today. And I wish to confirm that, to that effect, we issued a unmodified audit opinion, which in other words is a clean audit report, courtesy of the information and explanation that we got from the people concerned. With that, I wish to leave it at that, but before I leave the stage, I wish to appreciate the other service providers for the cooperation, for the support they gave us during the audit process, the board and the secretariat team for the support. We really appreciate. Thank you so much. We are going to remain available to give any question, to respond to any questions or clarification from the members. Thank you.
Tumpigie makofi CPA Evelyn Kayume. Asante sana. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, CPA Evelyn Kayume from MGI Alekim. We will now invite George Gikunju of Corp Trust Investment for the investment management report for the year ended 30th June 2025. George, karibu sana. And just say good order, there are about 103 people online, so I'm sure they are keeping up with the discussion. Nama, you will come on behalf of George. Yes. Karibu sana.
All protocols observed, good afternoon. I'll take you to the fund manager's presentation. My name is Benjamin Okwengu from Corp Trust Investment Services, standing in for George Gikunju. So we'll just begin by a brief introduction of, as your fund manager, what do we do for the scheme? And for the scheme, we have basically four main roles. And the first role we have is an advisory role, where we advise the trustees on the various investment options, and where we believe the economy is going and what would be best to invest in and why. The next and one of the most important roles that we have is the investment role. And we are the ones who are in charge of basically doing the investments for the scheme. So we conduct the research, we see how the investment environment is, where we believe the economy is going, and then we organize your portfolio in a manner where we believe it will get maximum benefit from the investing environment. Another one of the roles that we have is a reporting role. Where we have meetings where we report to your trustees every quarter in terms of what have we invested in, why have we invested in what we've invested in, and what is our strategy going forward. We also have annual meetings, which is what we are doing today in the AGM, where we also report to you, the members, in terms of our performance for the year. Last but not least, we have a compliance role where we submit the reports to various regulators, the RBA, which is the Retirement Benefits Authority, and the CMA, which is the Capital Markets Authority. So in a nutshell, as your fund managers, that's what we do for the scheme. And if we could go to the next slide, then we will see in terms of how the portfolio was looking like as at the end of the year. You'll notice very deliberately a majority of the investments are in the treasury bonds. For the scheme, looking at the composition of the members and where the economy was, we believe that this was the best investment. Very deliberate also looking at the risk profile of the scheme and also the history of the scheme in terms of what has happened in the past. So when the interest rates were high last year, we were buying a lot of those government bonds, getting those high interest rates, and that is what we were investing in the scheme. The equities markets have also, we also have some investments there to the tune of, 9%. Equity markets having done well. But what we are looking to do is to take advantage in terms of the gains in some of these stocks that we are buying, sell them off a high, and book that return and take the return to the bond market. So generally, in a nutshell, that is how the scheme investments have been invested. And as we go to the next slide, just also borrowing from the auditor's report and looking at the performance in terms of the investment income. So we can see that the investment income grew from 697.2 million in June 2024 to just over 2 billion in June 2025. So just to show you in terms of the strategy that we've had and how it is paying off, we can see that from the investment return. And as we go to the next slide, we'll just be looking at how was the investing environment and how are we able to generate this return and what was our strategy going forward. So here, just focus on three things. One, the first key thing that happened was that the interest rates went down. However, before the interest rates went down, we had anticipated this, and like I said, we were buying a lot of government bonds to get in those high interest rates. I think last year we were getting rates of 16, 17% from the bonds. So we bought a lot of those to lock in some of those gains, and that's what has contributed to some of the investment returns that you've seen. And also the shilling was very stable in terms of throughout the year at levels of 129. So what did this do? It provided an opportunity for the equity markets, and the equity markets did well. So you can see in terms of the positioning for the scheme, we've positioned the scheme very strategically, just to take advantage of in the interest rates and the treasury bonds, what is happening there in the equity markets, so we get a bit of the best of both worlds while minimizing the risk of the scheme. So I'll beg to just end my presentation there, and mine is just to say it's been a pleasure serving, and thank you for your time.
Asante sana. Karibu sana. Be careful. It's a bit unstable. Thank you very much. I think sometimes when things are going so well, people forget that they are important. I'm noticing that the room is very empty on this occasion, unlike in the morning when there was a lot more interest. But can I just ask you to try and stay awake a bit longer? Because mwenye pochi, ndo hiyo anakuja. I would like to introduce Emily Keegan, who's coming up here on behalf of Rachel Wambari from the Standard Chartered Bank of Kenya. Karibu sana, Emily. So here she's going to present to us the custody report. It's going to give you some assurance of where the money is or how it's being handled. Karibu sana, Emily.
Asante sana. Good afternoon. Tumelala. Yeah, confirm. Now I'm here to confirm that your assets are safe and your monies are safe. Okay? My name is Emily Keegan from Standard Chartered Bank, the scheme custodian. And I'll go straight into it, confirming our roles and responsibilities. Number one, as he's mentioned, safekeeping, making sure your assets are safe from ourselves as a bank and even from other interested parties. So number one, we ensure that your assets are safe. Number two, we do asset administration, which means when the fund manager intends to buy equities, buy Safaricom shares or sell Safaricom shares, we make that possible. When they want to, let's say, invest in government bonds, we are the ones submitting the bids to central bank to make sure that is done. In terms of asset servicing, we collect your dividends and make sure that they are available on a timely basis so that they can be reinvested to give much more return for yourselves. Now we'll go into the statutory obligations. As your wallet keepers, we have 3 regulators looking into us, making sure that we keep your money and your assets safe. So in terms of licensing, we are licensed by Central Bank as a commercial bank. 2, we are licensed by the Capital Markets Authority as a central depository agent to enable us hold your bonds, your shares, and to be able to service you under the capital markets listed securities. Then we are licensed by RBA, since your scheme is under the RBA umbrella, so for us to keep your assets, we are licensed by RBA. Number 2, which is the key obligation by the regulation, is to segregate the assets. Meaning, the assets for this scheme are separate in our books from the assets of other clients, and also separate from the bank's assets, so that if anything happens to the bank, the board is still able to access the assets for this specific scheme for your benefit. Then in terms of reporting, on a quarterly basis, we report to RBA to tell them the transactions and also the assets we hold for the scheme. On a quarterly basis, we come to the Board of Trustees to report on matters relating safekeeping of your assets. And also on an annual basis, a day like this, we report both to the trustees and yourselves, just confirming that your assets are safe and secure with us. We are required to maintain systems and also keep proper books of records. As you can appreciate, Kenya, we are supposed to keep records for a period of 7 years and above, just to make sure you're able, when you come a few years later, we are able to see you were paid or the scheme bought this or sold that. I'll go straight now into confirming the assets we held for the scheme for the period ended June. And as you can see, the breakdown is provided, and the total was 9.9 billion. And once again, we like to confirm that your assets are safe with Standard Chartered Bank. I'll take the questions during the question and answer session. Thank you.
Tumpigie makofi vizuri. Karibu sana. Thank you so much. All right, very good. So we assure our money is in the safe hands or in safe pockets. Now we want to invite Martin Kinuthia of Zamara. Zamara are actually the most important people you want to listen to today, followed by the regulator. Ama, is it which one comes first? But it's important that we hear from Martin right now. Martin, please take the floor. You've got the administration report for the year ended 30th June 2025. I am also aware you still have limitations. Is it PDF limitations or is this one better? Let's try and see if we can project, because in the earlier part, we had a limitation on technology. If that's not the case, then I would like you to proceed as quickly as possible. Karibu-san.
Thank you very much, Bwana MC. Members, good afternoon. Allow me to take you through administration reports. So I think you may have shared the wrong reports. Fair enough. We are the procured administrator of the scheme, and as Amara, we are hired by your board of trustees to ensure that we play the following roles. Number one, provide advisory and consulting services to your scheme. Benefits administration, on a monthly basis, you do get to contribute into the pension scheme. We ensure that we credit the rightful amounts to your accurate account, okay? And then we do offer you with statements. We do once in a while engage you when you're trying to withdraw your benefits. So we'll ensure we compute and we pay you straight to your bank account. We have a dedicated fund accountant to this particular scheme who provides your board of trustees with the management accounts on a quarterly basis, just so that we can see the progress of the scheme any given quarter. Member communication and engagement on a day like today, we would like to engage with yourselves. I know we've also had member education across the year, where we've been able to disseminate as much information as possible in as far as proper management of your pension scheme benefits is concerned. We do offer some strategic value adds once in a while. Members, it would not be fair for me to leave the stage without reading you your rights and obligations as a scheme member. You have a right to be represented in a well-structured election process. You have a right to present yourselves for elections, if qualified. You have a right to receive an invitation and attend to the annual general meeting. I'm happy every 2 weeks or 3 weeks thereabout to the AGM, you do get notice and agenda of the AGM. You have a right to participate in any meeting organized by the trustees for members. You have a right to receive adequate training and information in preparation for retirement. You have a right not to attach benefits to any judgment debt. Basically, we ensure that we pay you your full pension benefits, and then you can be left sorting out with any creditors that you have. You have a right to receive payment within 30 days, and for those transferring out, within 60 days. You have a right to information, such as the annual benefit statement. I'm happy you have received your copies, and the scheme accounts. You have a right to inspect the scheme records or registers. You have a right to enjoy all scheme services. That includes, there's a mortgage provision that still exists under Section 38A, where you can use your pension benefits as a collateral to a mortgage loan. Unfortunately, it's not an active, it's not an unusual occurrence to find people applying under that one, because the mortgage lenders are not comfortable having your pension benefits as a collateral. You have a right to nominate your beneficiaries of choice. You have a right to report any unusual occurrences to the scheme, to the trustees. They have a whistleblowers policy. And also the RBA, they have what is called a whistleblower portal, on which you can lodge your concerns. And in a very discreet way, they'll get back to you and provide you with a response. You have a right to share in the net returns of the scheme, and that is well recorded in a statement. Some of the obligations you have as a member is to keep personal and biodata information with the trustees accurate. So ensure from your statement that your date of birth is accurate, when you joined employment, when you joined the scheme. These are very important dates when it comes to management of your pension benefits, and more so at the point of calculation when you're leaving. Attend to all member education sessions, AGMs, and any other trustee organized meetings. Participate in the election of a member representative to the board of trustees. You have an obligation to nominate your beneficiaries, and you have an obligation to stay informed by obtaining all necessary information about the scheme. I wish to report that your scheme is compliant on almost all the fronts. We are in good records with the RBA. Our risk score is very low. We are doing very well, rather. And then one of the major updates that we wish to communicate to yourselves, I know the RBA will be making a more detailed information on this, is that we are no longer charging or paying tax for those who are retiring, neither those who are receiving a pension, neither those who can prove they've been members of a scheme for at least 20 years. And more so, we are not paying tax for death benefits. So our beneficiaries, in the unfortunate case of a member passing on, are receiving the benefits in full. I wish to leave you with a saying here that your retirement is your responsibility. It is up to you to make your retirement a worthwhile experience by planning in advance. So we are still around. We'll take any questions that may arise from this report thereafter. Thank you very much. And once again, it's also a pleasure being a part and parcel of this scheme and being able to serve you from that administration aspect. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Tupigie makofi. We're moving with speed, so the next presenter is actually going to be joining us online, and that's from the RBA itself. Basically, KCA ya huko. Si tunakuwa na KCA hapa? Sasa hii ni KCA ya Retirement Benefits. Wanaitwa Retirement Benefits Authority. David Lentillo is going to be joining us online. I hope on this occasion he is able to log in. Yuko sawa? He's online? Fantastic. Kama tuko sawa, David, just hold on a moment. Just make sure that he's here. David Lentillo, can you hear us? While David is setting up, my usual comment.
Yes, I can hear.
You can hear us? Okay, very good. My usual comment at this time is to encourage you, if you have any questions, please write them down. When we come to the question and answer session right after this, we'll take 5 questions at a go. Sawa sawa? And those people who are online, the 100 and something of you, if you have any questions, this is the right time to prepare them and post them on the wall so that the secretariat here can broadcast them at a later stage. David Lentillo, please proceed.
All right, thanks so much, Ban MC, the Board of Trustees. My name is David Lentillo, working with the Retirement Benefits Authority. So I know the background might be a bit not good. I'm just in a public venue, but nonetheless, I think I'll be able to just speak out briefly on what we do as the RBA, the scheme overview. I think on the changes, I think Martin has already alluded to what we do. And RBA, we're just a regulator within the pension industry. We oversight, we license all pension schemes, and over and above that, the members who are the primary beneficiaries of those schemes, we protect them through just making sure that we have enough enforcement measures, we have enough regulations, we have enough guidelines to protect the interests of members of different schemes. We develop and promote that industry through just creating an enabling environment for purposes of prosperity, encouraging innovation, reacting to any emerging risks. And this also done through just policy proposals. So on a yearly basis, we just make policy proposals to national treasury, which actually just encourages innovations, encourages just employers to make sure that that goodwill is there. And then we create just more of awareness in terms of equal education, equal sensitization. Public participation is one of the forums also we can be able to encourage members to attend, so now they can be able to give their own reactions. And then we ensure that those implementations of those guidelines, those directive policies are done through the Board of Trustees and the service providers. Looking at the industry, I think the industry has really done well in terms of growth. When you look overall in terms of the asset base, we are currently at around 2.5 trillion. If you look on when RBA came on board back in the year 2000, it was barely around 50 billion. Now we are around 2.5 trillion. And if we look on the GDP ratio, GDP ratio is around 16.2%. which actually is a plus. And that's why when you see some of these tax incentives that we get within the retirement benefit sector, is because of the contribution we make to this economic growth. So the 15.2% is quite tremendous, and that's why we can be able to convince the government to give us some incentives, because we are doing much in terms of economic growth. Again, another product which is there is the post-retirement medical fund. I think initially we only have pension schemes just being set up for purpose of just getting a retirement income. But nonetheless, we say that even though you're retiring, you need a medical cover. Another
Sorry, David, we can no longer hear you. Are you still with us? David,
sorry, are you able to hear me?
please repeat your last statement.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now. We can hear you now. Proceed. Proceed. David, please proceed. You start your presentation for this slide again, the snapshot of the pension industry.
So I can proceed with that slide.
Yes, please, proceed.
And then we are saying if you are doing above average, then there is more room for you to be able to improve on that risk score through just ensuring that your governance procedures in place, your interaction with the members is good, and even there's no any issues of unpaid benefits, there's no any issues of where we shall not be remitted, and for your scheme, you're pretty much compliant on those aspects. Investments, governance, we are much in a good position. What we encourage is members to just encourage yourself putting more money in terms of pension. towards your retirement, to boost your income replacement ratio, put more money towards your post-medical cover for purposes of just keeping yourself even in the cost of medical bills once you retire. So now you don't just utilize most of your income in terms of meeting the cost of your medical bills. So I think the rest, in terms of legal stages, I think those have already been alluded much by the scheme administrator. So I don't think overemphasis on that. I think you've had the tax deductible amount has been increased from 6,000 to 5,000, which reduces actual tax liability at the federal level. For those who are doing post-retirement medical funds, the tax deductible amount is around 15,000, which further reduces your tax liability. And now the tax exemption at the payout level. So this one we have not achieved before, but now we are currently not taxing those members who are retiring and they're getting their money free of tax. Those who are attaining the age of 50 and above, those who have contributed for the last 20 years, they are now enjoying their benefit free of tax. And that applies within the industry, and that's what we are advocating from our own role as retirement benefit authority. In terms of trustees, I think we have spoken much about the trustees. Trustees, I think their mandate is revolved from the investment and governance. In this case, where they are collecting the money to the scheme, where they ensure this money is invested in platforms, where they ensure that you yourself you're being paid on time. The right amount of money is being paid to the members. All those are the obligation of the board of trustees, which actually spell out in the scheme rules. So I think that's much for me. Maybe I will just wait for the Q&A, because now we can be able to react to any clarifications needed by the members during the yeah. Thanks so much. Back to you, yes.
Thank you very much, David. Just a moment before you leave, David. We just want to go back to slide number 5. On slide number 5, maybe it's important we just clarify the fund value for those who have been with us all this time. I think we noticed that the fund value has grown significantly from 7.3 billion to 10 billion, so 7.4 to 10 billion. And just to clarify, Dennis, the number of the fund value is how much as a current? What is the value of the fund value as of 30th June 2025? I count it as 10 billion, isn't it? 10,000 million is 10 billion. 1,000, 1 million.
That's the fund value.
10,000 million is 10 billion.
Yes.
I know it's afternoon. So let's just stick together. So the current fund value is 10 billion, correct?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you for clarifying that. So,
Correct.
thank you. All right then. With those many remarks, first of all, can we appreciate tupigie David makofi? So nimesikia kama regulator amesema the values that we have been looking at are similar, and also we were told at the beginning this is a highly regulated industry, so for sure the regulator is confirming that we have been running this particular fund under the right governance criteria. Now, David, please do not leave the meeting. We'll ask you to stay. And with that, I would also like to take the members to the second last part of this meeting, which is a question and answer session. Like I said, I wanted us to have 5 questions at a go. So if there are 5 or so people, I want to see hands up. 1. Another question. I want 5. If there are 5 people who have questions, we'll take those 5 questions. It's only 1. But also remember, there are questions online. So what we'll do, like we did earlier on, take the questions, paste them, put them on a more higher font so that we can see the questions up here. I only see 1 hand up. Anybody else? 2? Mtu uko na swali? 3? We'll just take the first 5, First 5. So 1, 2, 3. 3 hands came up. 3. 1, 2, 3. Na mwingine? 1, 2, 3. We just counted 10,000 million. Hizi tatu haziwezi tushinda. Ama namna gani? Si tumehesabu 10,000 million. Sahi tukiwa pamoja. All right then. So what we'll do, we'll start with you. Try and give us the challenge if there is.
Thank you, Mr. MC. I'm back to the floor with a confirmation of my fears. I talked about Zamara to up their game. The lady here will confirm to you that despite the fact that I was employed by KAA way back on 8th of January 2024, till date, today, they don't have my email address. To that effect, I've never received any statement. I told this meeting that I went to the portal. I was never recognized. I went to the help section. Nobody replied. I waited for their day with destiny, which is this AGM. And I gave my email address for the first time, and I've been given a statement. So I challenge the lady here. How do you get the email addresses of KAA staff? Somebody who is contributing monthly. Then she informed me that it is at the point of employment. So I asked her, who am I? I've come with a personal number. I'm permanent and pensionable. What is that event where I was engaged by KAA? She can confirm. No. So, okay, then I'll conclude. So what I'm saying, Zamara is joking. You need to up your game. Engage the members more. Look for more days, come to the field, update your system. Full stop.
Thank you so much, and I think we appreciate your comments. Thank you, and I'm sure we will engage. Chair, we'll engage on that particular challenge. Eh? Don't go. We want to address. Please sit. Please sit. Please join us. Usiende popote, tulia. You're still a member here. Please sit down. Please sit down. No. It's important that you engage with us. Please sit. Governor amekuita ukae na yeye. It's okay. Chair, maybe with your permission we can proceed. All right, thank you very much. There were two questions on this side. Mikono ilikuwa juu hapo. Yes. Hasla.
Good evening. And for this, I want to confirm that I was baptized on Peter Mbada, so we can change from Hasla to Peter Mbada. Thank you. This question I want to ask has been repeated, and because I'm representing Jomo Kenyatta, the SMSs are getting too much in my phone. Victor handled it, and Manana talked about it as well. You know, those people who have tried elections, Jomo Kenyatta is not a joke. It's not a joke, you must represent them. It is the issue of the allowance. Yes, you can give people food, but the question is, as we grow, there are people who have been advised by the nutritionists on what to eat and what not to eat. What about them? Did you consider that about them? Number two, if it is a must you give these people food, will they be asked on person on ground what to eat and what not to eat? So, because it is not possible. I know there's a guy said that laws are made by people, not laws made people. That something can be relooked again, and with the help of lawyer Manana, I know something can be done. Thank you very much.
Peter, namesake. Let me recognize you properly. Nimesikia ni kama ulikuwa unaitwa hustler, so nikafikiria so umehama huko. Haya basi, we recognize that you are no longer the hustler. Please note that down. There will be a day we will come back to that statement. Thank you so much. Pesa imekuwa mingi. Now let's continue the next question.
My name is
thank you.
Japheth Omolo. I have got one question. Why is the bank balance so low? Is this there can be a liquidity risk in case of urgent cash?
Jambo, my name is Omondi Nyongo, JK. Profits were posted, I think a month ago. Those profits, how do we benefit? You too.
Asante sana. Chair, I think these are in football and in rugby we call them sitters. You know what a sitter is? I'll tell you after the meeting. All right, Chair, can I allow the Board of Trustees, in addition to yourself, to take up those first three challenges? And anybody with any other question, you are allowed to ask. Just prepare your questions nicely, and then we'll come back to you. Chair, take the floor, please.
Yes, thank you very much, colleagues. Let's just stretch. I know we are about to close. We are just closing in a few minutes. Let's just stand up and I know my friend from Kabunde and Mike from, they have come far and wide. They were complaining they can't come by road. They are his age, and we did something. So, uko nyuma, shtote, unaniona? Let's do like this. Like this. Tumekula chakula hii mafuta pia lazima itoke kwa mwili. Tunakaribisha Sponjo anarudi. Hii sio ya kukaribisha. Haya. Let's do like this. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Let's do like this. If I 1, 2, 3 flowers to the Sponjos, ndio? Amerudi, tunashukuru. Mzee Tuela alikuwa anasema tumeshukuru. Haya, hello, hello. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3 flowers. Turn to your neighbor now. I want to give you a little latitude. If you have a neighbor, you want to appreciate your neighbor, you say hello, hello, 1, 2, 3. That's a kiss. If you have a neighbor who is huggable, hug. But don't kiss. But you can chum. I turn to your neighbor now. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. 1, 2, 3 flowers. Yes. So let's start with the Omondi Nyongo. A question. Ulituuliza, najua mimi nimefanya kazi Pwani, na wapwani vile ndugu wangu wa kikarimu Victor alisema, kuna rafiki wetu alitoka huku bara akaenda kula akasema, akisalimia mtoto kwa nyumba, shikamoo sana sana sana, na anasalimia mtoto. Hakujua amefanya makosa. Shikamoo ni kwa mtu mkubwa. Sasa nitajaribu kujitahidi na kusema Kiswahili. Mufti, umetuuliza hii faida tunapata ambayo tulitangaza mwezi uliopita, mnafaidika vipi? Hiyo faida iko kwa statement yako. Ukiangalia inarudishwa, inapandisha mapato yako. Kama ulikuwa na milioni 10, tumekupatia 17.9%. Sasa hiyo yote faida yote iko kwa statement. Kama ingelikuwa sako, hizo bilioni 2, 3 wewe ungeweka kwa mfuko uende kule kama dividends. Nafikiria nimekujibu. Rafiki yangu, sahibu wangu wa chanda na pete, Peter Mbartra, ambaye amewacha chini ya hustler. Kitambo alikuwa anataka kuwa trustee na alikuwa ameleta tumbo joto sana kule JKA. Alikuwa anasema kura kwa hustler na akakuwa disqualified. Si ati hakufusu, lakini alikuwa kwa scheme ya DC peke yake. Umetuuliza swali nzuri sana. na nitakujibu mambo ya hela ambazo watu wakula, na nimeshukuru sana umesema kuna wengine wamekatazwa na madaktari chenye watakula. Tulikuwa tumeelekezwa na RBA kwamba tusimamishi, na sisi ni watiaji tunatii sheria. Lakini ndugu Victor alisema tutawaandikia tena, tukiwauliza maswali mawili matatu, kama watatujibu tutawaambia. But kwa sasa hayo maelekezo ndio tuliyopewa. Sasa ambie watu wetu, sio hii kikao, hii board imekataza kuwapatia chakula, lakini tutawaandikia RBA tuwaulize na hayo maswali mazuri. Kuna rafiki wetu mmoja anaitwa nani, ameuliza kuhusu pension is not ameuliza kwamba kwa nini account iko low. Ni nani jina lake? Sija linakili hapa. Nimekuona ndugu Omolo, si ndio? Yes. Kwa sababu gani kwa banka pesa ni chache? Ni kwa sababu hatutaki pia kuwa na hela nyingi sana ambazo zinakaa bila kuleta faida. Ukiweka tu hela zikae kwa account, unaenda kuangalia mwisho wa mwezi unaona uko na mita moja, unasema mimi niko salama. Watafiti wa utaalamu wa uchumi wanasema utakuwa unafanya vibaya sana, kwa sababu hizo hela zinatakana ziwekwe mahali ambazo zitaleta faida au riba juu ya hela ambazo. Lakini vile ile fedha iko pale, Standard Chartered Bank watakuambia kwamba tuna pesa ya kutosha ya kulipa wanaostaafu. Hatutaki kuwa na pesa mingi sana lakini umeona hazina yetu iko sawa. Ndugu wetu ambaye ni mhandisi na nasimamia uhandisi hapa amesuluhisha maswali makubwa, na mwajiri amefika ambaye angetuambia. Alikuwa anauliza walikuwa wametengwa wakati walikuwa wanalipwa mshahara mdogo, lakini hilo sio swala letu, sisi trustees hatuhusiki na hiyo. Wanasema Samara, mjitahidi kwa mambo ya uhusiano mwema, mjitahidi zaidi. Na akauliza kama mikakati ipi tumeiweka katika mipango yetu ili tusipate hasara kwa miaka inayokuja. Kwa kimombo tunasema tumefanya utafiti bora na tumefanya diversification. Diversification kwa Kiswahili ni kumaanisha inamaanisha je? Tumeweka kwa vitengo tofauti. Ili hiki kitengo kimoja kikipata hasara, hiki kitengo kingine kitapata faida, alafu siku tukifanya uhasibu tutakuwa na fedha za kutosha. Nafikiria kuna maswali ambayo yako kwa rununu ambayo yamekuja kwa sisi kupitia njia ya mtandao, lakini kabla sijaketi, allow me to also mention, which I did mention in the first meeting, and I am sure RBA they are listening, that this year RBA reviewed their regulation, and part of the regulation they reviewed was to remove tax from pension. Another review they did, they extended. They say that miaka mitatu tu trustees hawatakuwa na nafasi nzuri ya kukuhudumia wewe mwanachama. Wakiwa wanafanya tu miaka mitatu, mnabadilisha, wengine wanakuja. Na wakasema trustee ni kama wine. Wale mnaonja mfinyo, mimi sijaonja mfinyo tangu nizaliwe. Hiyo ni kweli, kama kungelienda mbinguni hivyo ningelienda. Lakini na dhambi zingine nyingi. Na naomba Mungu anisamehe. Now, kwa nini tunasema hiyo regulation au utaratibu ulibadilishwa? Wamebadilisha, wakasema badala ya miaka mitatu, trustee watafanya miaka mitano, na watakuwa pia eligible kwa muda wa kuchaguliwa tena kwa miaka mingine mitano. Lakini waliofanya kipindi kilichopita na wako kwa kipindi cha pili, watamaliza miaka tu mitano, halafu watoke, muda wao utaisha, halafu wengine watakuja. Nafikiria katibu ambaye unayanakili haya maneno, umeyanakili, ili wasije mwaka ujao wasipomwona Ana Juguna, Victor na mimi mwenzenu, mbona hatujaitisha kura mwezi wa 11 ili tutoke mara moja. Niliwaambia waliokuja asubuhi, mimi sitaki kuwa kama Mugabe au Muhammad Gaddafi. Wakati ukifika, tunawacha uwanja ukiwa bora zaidi, ili wakati watu watatukumbuka. So kwa hayo maswali ambayo nimeyajibu yote, nitaitisha rafiki yangu Victor ama trustee yoyote Hana ama yoyote ajibu yale ambayo yako kwa mtandao, alafu muajiri pia yuko hapa atatumalizia, alafu MC atatufungia.
Si tumpigie makofi ama hajajibu maswali? Victor? Or is anybody here who's ready? Subiri, maswali hajaisha, tulia tu. Kuna majibu hapa kwanza, alafu tusonge mbele.
Okay, thank you. I'll take the ones online. Eunice Kemboi Eunice. With the current inflation, how many staff will afford the 4% post-retirement medical scheme with the current government deductions? We acknowledge that as a challenge with our pay slips. They are highly invaded. And therefore, what we have done as a board of trustees, we have reviewed that requirement of 4%, and we are pushing this to, or rather we are requesting the sponsor to also not only just the normal 2,000, but also to enhance that. And alongside that request is the review that it is not just 4%, but we have, say, a minimum amount, and then above the minimum amount, then you can go wherever you are. So we want to run away from the 4%, but that requires the So that requires that requires us to get that through the processes. It's already been approved from the Board of Trustees. It is progressing to the sponsor, and it will find its way to the Board of Directors. And based on what we are going to be guided, we are going to get back to you. Just to mention an advantage of the post-retirement medical fund or scheme is that if you contribute today, and I'll give an example of, allow me to just use an illustration of 10,000 or 5,000. If you contribute, if your 4% as currently is 5,000, one, on the 5,000 you don't pay tax because it is below 15,000. The government allows you not to pay tax on any contribution to PRMF up to 15,000. So if you contribute 5,000 on PRMF, it means you will not pay tax. What is the tax? What is the tax which you're supposed to pay? 30%, isn't it? What is the 30% of 5,000? 1,500. Yes? So you will have a saving of 1,500. Second, by contributing 5,000, the employer matches with 2,000, matches your contribution up to a maximum of 2,000. So on that month again, you get 2,000. When your money is invested, again, it is not taxed. Just like somebody would invest out there on the streets, they will be taxed at the end of the year. For you, you enjoy tax benefits. So what does that tell you? That for any money you're putting for post-retirement medical fund, you are actually making more money than any other investment that you can think of. And that is over and above. Like now we are reporting 17%, isn't it? So your 5,000 would also have an additional 17%. So it's something that you need to think about. I agree with you. The pay slips are invaded, and we are working on that to make sure that it is flexible for our members. Oscar Owen is on the bed, right? Is that what I read? And he's checking his statement from the bed, and he's not complaining, and he's acknowledging improvement. Thank you so much, Oscar. Robert Onchoke, is that a typo or she's reading from another script? I'm not sure who was on. No, the presenters who are here had a report which was being displayed both on the screen. I think it's the one for 10,000 million, which we've been guided is 10 billion. Why is our pension HR based? I think it is best for it to be standalone. I'll answer one side of that question. From the trustees' side, we are happy to have it within HR for one reason. The secretariat team you see here, the three of them, the sponsor has been kind enough to pay their salaries. If we get, maybe you can clap for the sponsor, isn't it? That is not the case for the SACCO, right? So while it lasts, we enjoy, isn't it? Yeah, so let's enjoy it while it lasts. Don't fix what is not broken. I would wish we continue with that. If there are issues, please bring them up. We can always be able to address them. That is from the pension side, and I think I don't know whether sponsor, you share the same, that you still support in terms of the... Yours is different.
Thank you, Mwana Wanje. The sponsor has been magnanimous enough to hold this baby and pay the secretariat and take care of them. We will be more than glad to release them if the members so wish. That will be a reduced cost on the sponsor. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So that answer tells you why we are quiet. And there are more additional benefits because it is in nature. Can I tell you another additional benefit? When our members are taking their pre-retirement training, the pre-retirement training is budgeted as part of corporate training in KA. So that cost, we are also not incurring it from your money, which is saved. So for now, please, let's not interfere with what is working. All right? If there are other issues, we can address them separately. Then the other question is, why is the pension? Okay, that I think is a repeated question. Then the Zamara team should have prepared and shared members' rights and obligations on a PowerPoint presentation. I think this can be shared. Martin, would you want to comment on that?
Martin, this should be easy. Okay. Thank you to the member. Apologies, our presentations today were heavier than anticipated. We can share this through the secretariat. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. There are two people. Situapigia makofi. And by the way, you guys, I don't know if you understand. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know if you understand the gravity of what Roswasiki has just said here in the front. I hope you understand. You know, I keep hearing a statement. No. Rose, stay with me, please, here for a second. There are things called the social welfare, and we are enjoying a lot of that from a very generous employer. I think when people say KA is a good employer, these are some of the reasons why they say that. But it's important also never to forget that we are obligated to give KA the best we can. Madam, naomba uchukue microphone, Madam Governor. And then we shall ask one HP Machio to say one or two things. Harrison, I shall give you the microphone after that. Hi. Swali tafadhali, swali.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Everyone. Hii swali yangu nataka iende kwa Bwana Manana. Bwana Manana, before hapo tulikuwa tukipata leso ya Maasai. Hiyo Kikoi ya Maasai iko wapi sasa? Kikoi tunaitaka njoo, tulikuwa tunapewa 2,000 na leso ya Maasai tunapata kila mtu. Na tangu uingie hapo hatujaipata hiyo leso iko wapi? Ama pesa ile ilikuwa inatengwa ya leso ilienda wapi? Ingine Bwana Manana, hii chakula ndio tumekula. Lakini ile pesa mbanje tumeweka hapa kwa chakula. Ungeamua hata watu wenye wametoka mbali, naona wengine wametoka Meru, wametoka Kakamega, uwapatie fare. Hata mimi Mogambi kutoka Katani ningeenda na 1,000. Juu hii chakula najua budget ilikuwa hata kama maybe 200 ama more ama 100. Si ni kweli? Sasa kama ungetuita hapa na utumbaie maji na kasonda na hiyo pesa ingine upatie watu ya transport, tungekuwa tuko sawa. Asanteni.
Asante sana. Please tupigie Madam Governor makofi vizuri, eh? Ameuliza swali nyeti ama ni swala nyeti. All right, please allow me to invite HP Machio. You'll come back to that chair. It's the last comment you're going to make. Na tulisema nani atutumbe? Tunamjua vizuri sana. HP Machio, it is your chance to share your experience.
Thank you very much, Simon. Fellow delegates, sorry, in the morning I was online. I did miss out altogether. But this afternoon, I graciously decided to join the rest of you for lunch. And that is why I came here for this session. Also have been out of circulation for a very long time, almost 1 year. And it is a pleasure meeting you, all of you, especially my colleagues who are fellow retirees. I salute you all. I thank you for taking time to come around here kujiunga na wananchi wenzenu. I want to thank the Board of Trustees for the good work you've done this financial year. And mgema akisifiwa sana temba hulitia maji. So I will not praise you much so that you do not dilute this good wine. But Chairman, I think your team has really delivered. As who are outside here, we are now your brand ambassadors. We defend a lot on the side of image wherever we are. Whenever I see people trying to tarnish the name of the organization online, I usually intervene and we correct. And that is how you should look at us. And even when it was suggested this morning that you give us passes so that we can also access our former places of work and show our families, I think that was a good suggestion. Because at the end of the day, we are still one family. And that is what we are aspiring to. So we are paving the way for you guys to come so that you join us very soon. But as you are here, you are also part of the family of KA, and we look forward to working closely together. On the side of the members, whenever we go out, as it was said in the morning, sometimes we have bottlenecks, maybe trying to clear with the system here and there. But I'm happy that going forward, all of us understand that a retiree is somebody who needs some quicker service, almost emergency. So whenever you see our calls, you know, some people will see your call and then they look at the phone twice. I don't know what they usually think. Lakini ukiona simu yangu chukua haraka, because where I am, it could be an emergency, and I need your assistance. So continue serving us graciously, and I just want to wish KA very well. As a family of KA, please uphold the good work. Na sisi pia tutakuwa tukipita mara kwa mara kuangalia kama kazi inaharibika ama inaenda vizuri. Asanteni.
Thank you very much, HP Machio. Just to be clear, this is the immediate former General Manager Operations and Safety KA. So thank you very much, Machio. Asante, asante sana. Chair, can we please answer the question of Governor there before we wind up? Shika microphone tafadhali.
Governor, Muga, Nathia. You know, Governor is Mudhoniwa, so I have to really address her concern very well before they decide to snatch me, their girl, and I start cooking for myself. So, Madam Mugambi, umesema mambo ya leso na unahubiria wale ambao wameokoka tayari wote. Na kwa sababu gani nasema hivyo? Labda hatutakupatia lezo, lakini nakuhakikishia kwamba leo, kama sio leo, chini ya wiki moja, na mimi najua hadi zetu hudumu ama wiki moja na nusu hivi takribani, secretariat wako hapa, utapewa t-shirt kama hii ya mwenyekiti kila mtu, na wale ambao mko out of station mtatumiwa. Shukuri Penina za Mombasa sikija, kila mtu apewe yake. Utapewa t-shirt na kofia ambayo iko branded na mambo ya pension. Pia tunataka kubrand, as much as tunapenda hila na mila za zetu za Kimasai, hiyo tumesema wakati huu tutawapatia t-shirt na kofia badala ya leso ya Kimasai. Tulikuwa tuwapatie leso, lakini mimi najua hapa Katani hauna baridi sana. So hiyo ni sawa. Mpigie makofi basi, ameuliza swali mzuri. Na mambo ya mashahura. Sisi tulipokuja, and I'm reminded, when we came, this food ilikuwepo, but I think when the board joined that time, Victor, we made a decision that we will not give people food. We will give them an allowance, they go, wakule na familia. So we stopped food kwa kuwapatia chai. Morning, ukiingia unapata breakfast, lunch haikuwa. That has happened for almost 3-4 years. So watu were very excited. Na walikuwa wanakuja AGM bwana MC kwa wingi. Lakini leo wamepunguka kwa sababu wanajua hakuna motivation. But last year, Mdhoniwa, hii mambo ya Shahura, wakatuambia Shahura tutakula hapa. Sasa mambo ya kupea watu chums hayukuna. Na tumesema kwa kauli moja tutawauliza kwa unyenyekevu kwa sababu sisi tunatii sheria. RBA ikisema kwenda mbele tusiwapatie Mashahura, tuwapatie Mamotole, tutasema hallelujah. But for now, please bear with us. I think, Machio, thank you very much for icing the cake, because it's a very good experience, and I'm sure he made a very good decision. I was telling people, he decided not to access his pension in January, because when the time was leaving, but access it in October. Now he has accessed it when the auditing, the financial statement has been declared, and he's going to walk home very well. I know he's not aspiring to kama wale wamechuna mashani. So tutasema bali wanapita wanachuna mashani, wanasema kuna hii kikao siku hii watu wamechuna hii machani tuamie huko. Thank you very much. That's all. Oh, I'm told now, it's a very good question here, that whether we may consider having this AGM in other locations. And someone has asked, and the SP is a very good man, because I knew him when he did have white hair. Not that he's old, he is just a very generous man in knowledge. Because the government is rotating. Hata wakifanya mikutano ya, inaitwa nini? National, unakuwa kule mashinani. Hilo ni wazo nzuri sana ambaye aliuliza hilo swali, sijakuwa nikifikiria. Unajua kusoma ni kuendelea kila siku. Nimesoma jambo nzuri, tunaangalia serikali inafanya na sisi hatujafanya. Tunaulizwa kama inawezekana pia kufanya vikao kama hivi AGM kwa region nyingine. Hiyo tutashirikiana kama board. Siwezi kujibu saa hizi hapa, sina uwezo. Ama namna gani Madam CS? Board itajadiliana, ikiona ni vizuri tufanye virtually ama tusunguke twende Eldoret, next time tukue Mombasa, watu nitalie Mahamuri, itakuwa ni vema. So hiyo nitadiscuss na bodi yetu, alafu tutawajibu.
Si tupigie mwenyekiti makofi. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, we have to wind up. It is already 20 minutes past 4. I have been identified. Somebody has identified for me a gentleman to pray for us on this occasion. Peter Ambadha. Tunaomba uje hapa mbele. Lead us in prayer. I have forgotten your former name. Please lead us in prayer. Can we please all be upstanding? We clap for Peter Ambadha as he comes up and prays for us. Peter Ambadha, karibu sana. Karibu baba.
Before we pray, through the chairman, allow me to say this. And it is an advice to all of us. The more we grow old, the more immunity goes down. So the issue of medical cover, let's take serious on that. Thank you very much. Shall we pray? Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, we come about thy presence, dear Lord. We thank you, Father, since we started with you and we are heading with you. What I pray is I pray for journey mercies to all of us and also blessings. And in Jesus' name I pray, trust, and believe.
Thank you so much. And ladies and gentlemen, tujipigie makofi tukitoka. Na nafikiri DJ atatuachia ngoma moja mbili tukisalimiana. Please do not leave this place without saying hello to somebody you have not seen in a long time. Let me wish you safe travels. God bless you all. Thank you for your support. And thank you, Chair. Thank you.